Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek. Have I got the right thing on there? I don't know. Whatever. Hang on. Yeah, it'll do. Where are we? Get rid of that one. There we go. Right. It's Orville Day, Season 3, Episode 10. It's the finale. This is going to be a short review because I didn't like it. I thought it was boring. It went on for an hour and 20 minutes and it was rubbish. No, well, it wasn't rubbish. It was a rubbish season finale. And for all we know, it could be a series finale. Because I don't think a season 4 has been greenlit yet. I don't think, as far as I know. Let's check while we're on, eh? We're not live, but I'll do it as live. And I will just check and see what happens. I will type into Google Orville Season 4. And there we go. Inverse the Orville Season 3 finale. Why Season 4 might not happen 8 hours ago. So that's as close as you can get, innit? So no, it hasn't been renewed for a Season 4. Fans hope for renewal, but nothing's been confirmed. And it seemed like a series finale, the way it ended. But it was boring. It was boring. For a season finale, it was boring. Last week we had an exciting episode where we got a main character, a main character died in Charlie Burke. She died, and they wrapped up the Kalon war a bit too quickly, really. But that's what they did. And the Kalon return in this episode, all nice and jolly and happy. But that's it. Nothing happens in this episode. All it's about is Isaac asks Claire to marry him. She says yes eventually. And that's about it, really. They get a message from this young woman from this planet they went to, I think in season 1. The planet where basically social media rules. And she'd stolen a communicator or whatever. And she contacted the Orville. She said she wanted asylum. She wanted them to pick her up. So they did, and so she's joined the union. Then she changed her mind, and then she changed her mind again. Wow. And Isaac and Claire get married. Isaac invites the entire planet of Kalon, and they don't all turn up, I don't think, but I think something like 4,000 ships turn up. And that's it. That's how it ends. That's it. Oh, and what's the face? The original Zelayan girl. I can't remember her name. Holston Sage is the actress. I can't remember the character name. She turns up at the end. And that's it. It was boring. An hour and 21 minutes of nothing. So let's go through it, shall we? Now you see, there's nothing to go through. It's going to be a quick review, is this? There's the Orville. There's Isaac. He goes and asks Claire to marry him. Here we go. He's doing this, look. Isaac asks Gordon to be his best man because he's good at giving speeches, funny speeches, but Bortas says, no, he'll do it because he's very funny. And then they do that, and it's rubbish. It's not funny. Oh, yes, I forgot about this. Bortas and his husband, or his wife, husband, whatever, Clyde, and they do like a renewal of their vows. So one has got to chase the other through a forest, semi-naked, and when he catches him, they do the coitus, and then that's it, and everybody applauds. So what? Tell you, the Orville is annoying me now, to be honest. It's not as good as Star Trek. There you go. They're back together. What happened with the Bortas Kelly thing? They were sending all the signals out for that, wasn't there? There was something going to happen with Bortas and Kelly. Nope, not came after that. Here's Ed. He's took a back seat this season, hasn't he? Seth MacFarlane, in an acting role. He's hardly been there. He's like phoned it in as the captain, hasn't he? Occasionally pops up, but it's not really been about him this season, has it? I know Seth's written a few episodes and directed some, and had everybody singing. Yes, we have Gordon singing again. We have Bortus singing again in this episode. But we haven't had Seth singing. But there is a musical number in the background, as part of the score of the episode that's like a show tune. And I'm thinking, is Seth singing on this one? I don't know if he is. He probably isn't, but it's his sort of music. So I won't be surprised. There's the credits. Like I said, we're going to get through this quick because nothing happens. There she's telling them about his asking, Isaac's asked her to marry him. That's her that's come from the other planet where, social media rules. She's not very likeable, to be honest. She's kind of likeable, but she's got like a shifty aura about her, as though she's about to do something wrong. And she does. She tries to steal some technology, or not technology, but like blueprints of technology to take back to her home world. Lamar gives Isaac some advice, and that goes wrong. So Claire ends up shouting at Lamar. This is Kelly taking that young woman, I can't remember her name, to the holodeck. She calls it the environment simulator, but it's the holodeck. Just showing her what that can do. This is when he's asking Gordon to be his best man. But Bortus, elbows his way into that task. What else? As you can see, it's just people talking the entire episode. And it's been said to me, because I did moan a bit about it on Facebook, that, it was a bit of a yawn fest. As somebody said, no, it's a palate cleanser. It was a bit like Data's Day. It started at The Next Generation. Data's Day is one of my favourite episodes of The Next Generation. And this isn't a patch on Data's Day. But even if Data's Day had been the series finale, I'd have been a bit miffed. If it had been the series finale of The Next Generation, I'd have been a bit miffed. Even if it had been the season finale of, season 4 or whatever it were in, I'd have been a bit miffed at that. Gordon's sandwich reappears. You can't see it there. Hang on, let me move you up. No, do it wrong bit. Where are we? That one. There you go. Gordon's sandwich reappears 3 months after he sent it through time. So he eats it. There you go. So that's that storyline concluded. That's them again. As I said, people talking. Yes. This is Isaac's stag do. And we basically have Bortus coming out as Elvis and singing Love Me Tender. Can I see him? Here we go, here he comes, are you ready? There you go. And I must admit, I did laugh. I did laugh at his hair and stuff. It is quite funny, I must admit. So they're having a boring stag do. Meanwhile, the girls are having a wild time. Of course they are. And they have a stripper who looks like, there you go, looks like Isaac. I wonder what Isaac would think of that. He wouldn't care because he's got no emotions. To be honest, I don't know what Claire sees in him. I mean, he's a robot, isn't he? He's basically, he's a walking sex toy, isn't he? That's what he is for Claire. No, I'm sorry, but that's the long and the short of it, so to speak. I mean, look. Anyway, let's move on. This is her changing her mind. You can tell she's a young woman from a planet that is ruled by social media because she's got ripped jeans, look. Hang on, where are we? There, look, she's got ripped jeans. So that must be some sort of universal constant. Blah, 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 talking about stuff. She goes and shows this young woman. I'll call her Lily. I think Lillian or something like that her name is. Something like that, I don't know. She shows her a planet that on the environment simulator that the Union did like a first contact with hundreds of years ago. One of the first planets that they made first contact with, and it was disastrous, and they ended up, wiping themselves out. So after that, they basically did the Prime Directive after that. I mean, it could be a Star Trek episode. Every episode of The Orville could be a Star Trek episode, couldn't it? And I still say that they forget that they haven't got transporters, because she just appeared on the ship. They didn't show them sending a shuttle down for her. They were going to take her back in a shuttle, but it didn't show them going for her, picking her up in a shuttle. So that's Kelly telling her all about that. We're getting near the end already. I tell you, it's a quick episode. It's not a quick, it's an hour. It's a long episode. But it's a quick review, is this. Here we go, they get married, look. He's doing the honours. I should have read somewhere. He does the old, since the days of sailing vessels, ship's captains have had the privilege of joining a couple in matrimony. And I read somewhere that that's not true. I don't know if it is or not, but they can do a ceremony, but is it not legal or something until they reach land and register their marriage? I think it's something like that, isn't it? But anyway, she looks very nice, I must admit. For her, she's not a young woman anymore. Remember, this is it's Cassidy Yates, isn't it, from the early 90s of Deep Space Nine, mid 90s of Deep Space. So we're 20 years ago from Deep Space Nine, and she's still looking good. But he's still too young for her, is Mark Jackson. I don't know what by the way, let's go back to where we see Mark Jackson. Oh, whatever. There we go. All the Kaelon are there, sat there. Obviously not all of them. They've just got enough to fill the seats on Isaac's side of the aisle. But it doesn't tell us what they think. There's Primary, obviously, with the red eyes. It doesn't, what's their impression that Isaac's appearing in the simulator as a human, in his human form, in his Mark Jackson form. There we go. They do the vows, and it's all very nice. And he kisses they do the rings. Oh God, here we are. Bortus does his best. Oh, there, she's back. Look, Holston Sage. Bortus does his speech. Here we go, and it's rubbish. So Gordon takes over and gives a nice speech, a nice humorous speech. And then he sings. He gets a guitar, and then he starts singing. Of course, we're near the end. There we go. There he is. He's going to get that guitar off that fella with suckers on his head. Because obviously guitars are a universal constant as well as ripped jeans. There he goes singing again for way too long. Scott Grimes got an album coming out. There's enough material in this series to do one, hasn't he? And that's it. That's the end. There we go. The Orville sails off into the sky, into the permanent night of space, and that's how the episode ends. That could be it. That could be it for the series, because season 4 hasn't been greenlit. I bet it is. I bet we do get a season 4. But I don't know why we're an hour and 21 minutes. I mean, it's nice having these long episodes, because some of them are being good this season of the Orville, the longer episodes, the feature-length ones. But I don't know how this one was. And it were a poor season finale, poor series finale. I mean, you could say, yes, it wraps everything up. Claire finds happiness with the robot she loves. And they all sail off into the sunset, live happily ever after. The Kaelon War's over. But remember, we've got the Krill and the Moclan breathing down the Union's necks now. So it's not all sunshine. They just forgot about that, didn't they? So there, yeah, that's it. That's your lot. That's your lot for the Orville. And it wasn't crap. It wasn't crap. I just didn't like it. For the season finale, for an episode, it was okay. There we go. Let's get some stars on. If it had been in the middle of the season, crikey. If it had been in the middle of the season, I wouldn't have had much of an objection to it. It was a nice, harmless episode. I said with some comedy in it. Comedy returned a bit. I did laugh a couple of times. But for the season finale, I'm sorry. Sorry, Seth, you've dropped the ball on that one. I'm a bit disappointed. So in general, I think this year, for the seasons of the Orville and the seasons of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, I've got to admit, I enjoyed Strange New Worlds quite a bit more than the Orville. I didn't hate the Orville this season, but I just thought Strange New Worlds was, quite a bit better than the Orville. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me because, how can Kurtzman Trek be better than the Orville? Well, it is. This year it is anyway, in my opinion. Right, we'll leave it there. That's a quick one, innit? What's that, 16 minutes? Unbelievable for an hour and 21 minute episode. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Right, we'll leave it there. So, wherever you are in the Union, look after each other. And until next time, if season 4 appears, I'll say